Hi Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So we're going to be doing how to increase your intuitive powers from the 16th to the 31st of August. So if this reading resonates with you, if you like it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this reading and how it's going. Okay, so let's dive in. Oh, and if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. And I want to apologize for my voice. I am getting over the flu. So let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Cancer. How can Cancer increase their intuitive power? August 16th to the 31st, 2021. Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Excuse me. How will Cancer increase their intuitive powers? August 16th to the 31st, 2021. Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. How will Cancer increase their intuitive powers? August 16th to the 31st, 2021. Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. How will Cancer increase their intuitive powers? August 16th to the 31st, 2021. Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. At the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. Let's start at our root. We have the Strength card, which is Leo energy. If we're born on the cusp with Leo or have this in our natal chart, it's going to be coming out quite profoundly during this time. And then we have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. Same thing. If we have Virgo within our natal chart, that's going to be coming out quite profoundly and rooting us. We have the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. And we have the Seven of Swords, which is gathering up things, but it's also moving away from sneakiness. So there's something interesting here. Okay, that needs to be addressed. We have the Four of Swords. That makes sense. A acknowledgement of all the hardships that we have been through, and the Ace of Wands, passion and creativity coming forward, letting ourselves shine. We have the Ten of Pentacles, prosperity in the public arena. So even though we're going through this in our inner selves, people see us as very prosperous. And this comes as everything is changing. So there's like this whirlwind in our lives. Everything is change, and everything is leading us towards the Ace of Wands, towards this strength and this power and this brilliance that guides us forward. And that's really quite beautiful. And there's a sense of no more lies that have hurt me, no more lies that have held me back. Now it is the time that I let my pain sing And it's not meaning that I get to be consumed by pain. It's meaning that I let my life have its story, have its song, have its, respect, have its honor that it is due. And I let myself say that not everything has to be butterflies and sunshine, but I get to see the rainbow after the storm. And now let's look at the energy we have to be mindful of during this time. What is the energy that Cancer needs to be mindful of? August 16th to the 31st, while increasing their intuitive powers. What is the energy that Cancer needs to be mindful of? August 16th to the 31st, while increasing their intuitive powers. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And that's the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's not necessarily being mindful of air sign energies. What it is being mindful of the words of others, being able to really wound and set us off course. Because there's going to be something here that's triggering. There's going to be something here that makes us think of a heartbreak or a pain, or that brings us back to a time where we couldn't do something that we wanted to do, or we were devastated in some way. And that's going to be what we need to be mindful of, not letting those words bring us back to a place when we were small. We need to stand tall within the strength of ourselves. And now our chakra energy. What is the chakra energy for Cancer as they embrace and increase their intuitive powers? August 16th to the 31st, 2021, Cancer, angels. Meditation. Meditation is going to be key. And as we meditate, to listen to our hearts. Now, this is the crown chakra. This is having the heart and the, having the heart and the mind really come together. And so during this time, as we embrace ourselves, as we embrace our passion and our understanding, meditating, taking time out to be quiet, to, embrace our greater understanding, to embrace what we want and where we're headed and where we want to be, that's going to be so important, to take ourselves out of the chaos of the everyday. That's going to lead us to a place where we can embrace strength. And strength for us is not the strength that everybody thinks of. It's not the big bodybuilder strength. It's not the, bigger is better type of strength, the impenetrable fortress. It is the strength that comes through the years. It is the strength that comes through kindness and compassion and living and not letting our hearts become cold or become stone or, turning away from what we love. It's understanding that life is hard, and it really is hard. And it's embracing the eternity of strength, of who we are, and that passion, or at least that responsibility that gets us out of bed in the morning. And sometimes it is just simply responsibility. This has to be done. The kids have to be gotten up, the dogs have to be walked, or, whatever it is. It's understanding that. And as we understand the strength that is a part of us, the strength that keeps us going, we understand who we are more and more. And it leads us to the hermit. It leads us to embracing that place of meditation, embracing that place of turning inward and letting our light shine, letting ourselves move forward, letting ourselves go after what it is that we want, what illuminates our path. People don't have to understand it, and it might have been something that we were mocked or ridiculed for before. But if it centers us and brings us joy, that's where we need to start. And here, with the Seven of Swords reverse, we're going to start to see that we're taking what we need, and we're not leaving. We're not leaving ourselves behind. What we're doing is we're looking at the lies that were laid into us when we were small, that were spoken over us. People like to call them curses, and we can if we want to be dramatic about the whole thing. But it's things that were spoken over us that were part of our past life self that come into play. And we think, why can't I move past this? Why does everything have to be perfect? Why can't I embrace this dream? Why can't I just go for it? Other people just jump, just do. What am I waiting for? And this is a time where we look at all the lies that compiled, the lies that our caregivers told us, the lies that our teachers told us, the lies that our friends told us, the lies that our lovers told us, that play into the same theme. And we say, enough, I shatter that wall. I shatter that heartbreak, that pain, that disappointment. And with the Three of Swords, it's like, I see you. I see you for what you are. You are the stabbing in the back. You are the lies that keep me from moving forward. You are the hurt and the pain and the disappointment. And I get it. I get it. Life is cruel. In Buddhism, they say life is suffering because it's not easy. Living is not easy. I love the quote from Katharine Hepburn. Living is the hardest thing you'll ever do. After all, it kills you. I think it is so irreverent and so poignant and funny, darkly funny. And so here we have the Three of Swords. We have heartbreak, pain, and disappointment. We have being stabbed in the back. We have hurt that brings us to our knees, wanting to crawl away and hide in the corner. And it's not hiding. It's saying, I'm done. I'm done letting myself be in this pain. And we might say, Dane, I'm not letting myself be in this pain. Spirit, I am in this pain. I'm done letting it rule me. I'm done letting it control me. I'm looking at this pain, and even if it is just finding 1 minute of laughter a day, even if it's just being able to see one ray of light come through, to shine within our hearts and souls and selves, that becomes the everything. And we start to take the swords that destroyed us, that defined us, that hurt us, that silenced us, and we make them into the weapons that we live by. The strength that we stand in, the power that is a part of us, the purpose that guides. The Three of Swords is saying, look at the pain. Look at the things that have devastated you in your life. They could be big, they could be small. People would laugh and say, that devastated you? Please, I've had worse. It's not a competition. It's not. It's how our souls dealt with the trauma. And it's now saying, I'm stronger than that. I'm not defined by that. And it moves us to the Four of Swords. It moves us to acknowledging the hurt and the pain, letting ourselves rest. That's going to be super important. Getting enough sleep. To connect with spirit, we need sleep. To connect with spirit and be running on empty, that's a hard thing to do. That wears you out. Believe me, from personal experience. With the Four of Swords, get the sleep that you need. But also, I love the depiction of the swords becoming the wind chimes, of the faint rainbow in the background that I sometimes just don't see. It's like taking the hurts and the pains and making them into the beautiful melody of life. Because when you hear a piece of music that moves you, it has this soul to it. It has this energy to it. That's all itself. It's the connection of human emotion. It's deeper than we ever realized. And so here we embrace that deepness, that depth. Here we embrace the depth of our own person. Now, this is a time where we need to express. We need words. All right? This is a time to take out the tarot cards. If you're into tarot cards, take out the runes. If you're into runes, take out whatever it is that you use to connect with spirit. Because I am of the firm belief that when you start off, you need something. You need something to help you. Then you can start to connect all the time. You can start to hear spirit's voice all the time and let it guide you. You can start to see it in the wind. You can start to hear it in the bird songs. You can hear that little voice that's like your Jiminy Cricket inside you, guiding you forward. But connect. This is the time where we need our words. We need that physical connection. Okay, Cancer? And throwing the cards, letting yourself express every day what's inspiring you, what's moving you forward, what's guiding you. It leads you to the place of the Ace of Wands, the place of passion and power and inspiration. It illuminates that which was dark before. That which once had no light, the heart is now illuminating. It's fire, it's determination, it's insight, it's the reason for getting out of bed in the morning, and sometimes, again, that's just the responsibilities. But this is saying, I'm taking those responsibilities and I'm making them into joy. I'm just getting the image in Cinderella, the Disney Cinderella, when she's cleaning the floor and she's singing and the bubbles become these beautiful scenes. It's like, embrace that. Embrace making beauty out of a chore that seems endless. Out of something that seems like a drudgery. My days do not change. I wake up, I give the kids a bath, I do this, I do that. What doesn't change? I get up, I go to work, I get yelled at by my boss. It all goes through again and again. It is embracing the beautiful moments. And it's saying, no, I'm heading towards something bigger. And it's starting to have that light shine within us. That light, that spark, that reason for being that people spend thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, billions of dollar industry on. And it's starting to find it within. It's being mindful of the foods that we eat. It's being mindful of the energy that we take in. It's being mindful of the radiance that is a part of us. And it brings us then to the Ten of Pentacles. It brings us to a place of generational blessing. It brings us to a place of blessings that last for generations. We talked about generational curses. We talked about curses before and how we're breaking those. These are not the blessings coming in. This is now the fact that there is more out there than I could ever have realized. There is beauty and there is brilliance that I get to embrace, that I get to call forward, that gets to be a part of me. And as I embrace it, I embrace myself. I embrace a job well done. I come full cycle. This starts to bring forward wealth. Now, it can be financial wealth or something we value as much as money, but this starts to make our lives rich by increasing our connection with spirit, connection with our intuitive power, by increasing the reason why we're on this earth. And it brings us to the Tower. It brings us to the fact that it changes everything and it throws us out of our comfort zone. So we may get to this point and be like, wow, and have some really great days and be really riding high. And then all of a sudden, the doubt and the fear comes in. All of a sudden, the chaos comes in, the hurt and the pain. And we think, I can't do this. I can't do this. This is making me see too much. This is bringing me forward in a way that I'm not comfortable with. And it's acknowledging that hurt and that pain and that disappointment. It's acknowledging that divinity is throwing us out of our comfort zone. And it's saying, but I'm still moving forward. I'm embracing the wildness within me. I'm embracing the fact that I'm breaking down barriers. I'm breaking down, things that have stood within me for so long that I thought it would always be. And now it is not. And there's a freedom. There's a wildness. But there's a release that is coming. And what is going to make us during this time is how do we handle that release? And how do we catapult ourselves forward within it? It moves us to our subconscious chakra energy, not chakra energy, subconscious energy to be mindful of, and that's Cernunnos. It's that every action has a positive or negative reaction. This is the chaos god. Cernunnos is the devil in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but it's different because Cernunnos is simply the god of nature, and nature is chaos. You cannot control it. You cannot control what happens. Their passion takes over. Life happens. Are they pregnant after they have come together? After they had made love? Are they going to stay friends? Are they not? How has things changed? And why? And so, in our lives, when we come together in our power, when we come together in the essence of ourselves, how has it changed us? And why? What is the chaos that gets brought in? And how is that going to rule us? How is that taking over what we are creating within ourselves? What we want from ourselves? And are we going to let chaos rule? Our subconscious chakra message is the inner child, the heart. Cancer, as a water sign energy, we need to embrace our hearts. It's imperative to us. And as we embrace our hearts, we have to embrace the child that we once were. Because the child that we once were fuels the adult that we are today. And as we look at that child, I love to do the exercise of just visualizing. Whenever this card comes up, just visualizing the child that I was and holding my arms open to her and saying, I'm here for you. And letting her run in and give me that hug that little kids give. And, it's kind of like when I'm 8 years old. When my world kind of fell apart and I was awkward. And saying, I'm here for you. I love you. I will always listen to you. I will always see you. I will always be there for you. Do that to yourself. And it doesn't mean that you have to be a child. You could have your awkward moments, when you're a teenager, when you're a young adult. Let yourself embrace. Let yourself embrace who you once were. And tell that person, I'm here for you. I love you. I see you. And I will always listen to you. It opens up our hearts in a way that we don't know we need. But that is truly powerful. It moves us to our subconscious rooted energy, which is the High Priestess. The veil is being lifted from our eyes. This card is intense. It might be too intense for us because we have hurts and pains that come up, because we have ourselves really living in our mind and we have ourselves breaking free. What comes up can be hard for us to see. So we have to be mindful. We have to take smaller steps. We might say to divinity, I need the things to go a little bit slower during this time for me to take it in. We start to see ourselves without the band-aids. We start to look at things. Maybe we didn't handle things the best way. And instead of beating ourselves up over it, it's like, okay, that's what I had to learn. And I have to move forward. Sometimes our lives were hard. We were already cranked up to like a 9, in stress level. So one more thing just put us over the edge. We have to release ourselves from the guilt of that, to move ourselves forward, to look at things openly and honestly, inwardly, but then also in the exterior world. When we look at people, we're going to start to see who they are, not the mask that they wear, not what they want to be seen as, but who they are. And that's powerful. That can be uncomfortable too. This is a time where illusions start to shatter. And we have to be ready for the crumbling of them. It moves us then to our subconscious inner self. And that's the 9 of Cups. Beauty, joy, happiness, wishes coming true. Sweetness like honey on our lips after so much pain and disappointment, after so much trial and tribulation, hurt and despair. Now I get to shine. Because I've looked at it. I've looked at the chasm of the deep. I've looked into the eye of the storm, into the mouth of the beast. And I've walked out. There's a serenity that's coming, Cancer, that you've longed for. Embrace it. Embody it. Enjoy it. It moves us then to our subconscious heart self. And it's the Chariot. The very essence of ourselves comes forward. We're represented by the Chariot in the Major Arcana, by the Cups in the Minor. Here we let ourselves be moved forward with our subconscious and our conscious self, with our wants and our needs. We let ourselves be the warriors that we are, and yet we forget that we are. The warriors of the heart, the warriors of the emotions, the warriors of the beauty of the essence of the being of self. And we let ourselves shine. The Chariot guides us. We are guided. And we let ourselves move forward with ferocity and intensity, embracing the very essence of who we are and where we're headed. But we're not living for the future. We're living for the right now. It's being in the moment and letting the sparks shine, letting us embrace our joy, saying the future, yes, I have to plan for it. In the past, it happened, but I have this moment, and I'm making it count. And it moves us then to our subconscious public arena. And that's the 8 of Pentacles. The hard work is paying off. What we see ourselves needing now subconsciously in the public arena, it's going to be like the note takers. It's going to be the crafters. It's going to be the builders. We need to see how to become the master craftsman. Where we're putting things together, making the mistakes, and not wanting to make the mistakes. We're going to want everything just to be perfect. Well, it's not going to be. Make the mistakes. Let yourself stumble. Let yourself not know how to read the cards. Let yourself not know how to interpret what Spirit's saying. But let yourself try. Let yourself be guided. Keep on going every single day. As your craft grows, as you grow, and as your inspiration grows because of it. And as you start to inspire others, you're going to be surprised. The light that shines is amazing, and people are drawn to it. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the changes that are to come, and as we embrace the power within ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer.